A couple things before I start this video. I just want to say, follow me on Instagram, dankity_spankity. I got a lot of cool stuff on there. And second, I just want to say, I don't condone or encourage anything in these videos. Don't eat a whole bunch of seeds to try to trip. I'm just trying to share my experience of eating seeds to try to trip, so let's get into it. This story takes place almost 8 years ago, all the way back in November 2015, back in 10th grade. And back then, I had done so much research on so many different psychedelics, and one of them was LSA. And LSA is very similar to LSD. LSD comes from a fungus, and LSA is in a lot of plants, and it basically makes you trip, and it's kind of like LSD. When I was 15, I didn't know anyone who sold weed, never mind any psychedelics, so I was kind of fiending. I was willing to do a lot of things to get some psychedelics, so I was researching all kinds of natural things, and during this time, I was searching all over around on Google Maps where I had lived, and I was basically trying to find a farm. Specifically a cow farm, because magic mushrooms could grow on cow farms. It was something with the chemicals in their poop or something, and anyway, I was willing to break into some farm and ride my bike like 20 miles to potentially find some magic mushrooms. And this search went on for about 2 weeks, and eventually I had just given up, and I had given up because I had done some more research, and I had discovered that LSA was a thing, and that it was in some morning glory seeds. And I knew that morning glory grew almost everywhere where I had lived, so I decided to go to the hardware store, and I had a lot of time back then, so I did a lot of research, and I had even researched what brands had soaked their seeds in chemicals and which didn't. So I ride my bike up to the hardware store, I walk over to where the seeds are, and there's just so many different types, so many different colors, so many different species. I don't remember the name, but at the time I remember reading online and everybody was saying to get the blue ones of this specific brand, and this hardware store had them, so I grab them and I check out. I get home and I open the packages and I start washing them. I had gotten a few bags and I had about 150 seeds total, and when I looked at them I just thought about how unpleasant it would be to have to eat all of them. And I'm washing them, and the way I had washed them is I had soaked them in water for like 48 hours. I had put them in a little leftover dish. So after the 48 hours, I eat them, and I'm sitting there, I'm chewing them up. I'm trying to eat all 150 of them, and I eventually do eat all 150 of them, and they honestly didn't taste like anything, so it was kind of easy to eat them. And I'm waiting to feel something, and about an hour and a half later, I'm starting to feel something. I remember music sounded much better, and I was watching some YouTube videos, and everything just seemed so much funnier, and I remember feeling 10 times happier, like I had this feeling of well-being. But I don't think I had eaten enough to really have a psychedelic experience, and after about 2 hours, I had this horrible stomach pain. It was like a stomach cramp with some gurgling and the tiniest bit of nausea, which led me to believe that those seeds, they probably had sprayed, and people were just wrong on the internet, so yeah, that was fun. Who knows what chemicals were in my body and making my body sick. But anyway, I was kind of chilling, and for the next 3 hours, I was just playing some video games, watching some YouTube videos, and everything just felt a lot better, except for the stomach discomfort I had. But eventually, I had fallen asleep, and I don't know if what I had experienced was placebo or if I really did be affected by like the psychedelic compounds in the seeds. This has been my experience eating 150 morning glory seeds to trip. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.